And this is why if you do find that you are seriously angry, it's better to keep your mouth shut.
But firstly and most importantly, all dishes must be fresh and allocated in a special container set aside for alms.
Let the beauty of clean music clean the whole you. Relax.
Just to try and continue to make my life better. I've been on a path.
Sawadee. Welcome to Meditation for All program. My name is Joy Vanishagun. I will be with you through the program today. Today, we will continue on the artfulness in communication with Pat Nicholas Thani Suro. We learn how to create a positive speech and how to encourage people around you by motivating them in the right way. When you feel angry, you should stay quiet because your intention could be mistaken. Moreover, we are going to know that a little white lie is a good thing to do or not. If not, what we should do in such a situation.
The problem with speech is that for as long as you keep what you want to say to yourself, there's no problem for anyone. As long as it's merely thoughts in your mind, it's not public. It doesn't create effects on anyone else. But once you say it, once it becomes public domain, if you find out later that what you said is not very artful, or it's hurting other people, or it's causing suffering to other people, you can't take back those words. So it's better to make sure that you say the right thing in the first place, rather than having to make up for the damage later. So this is the origin of the concept of 5-star speech, where nothing less than 5 stars is good enough. If you talk about a hotel, if you haven't got enough money for a 5-star hotel, then maybe you can spend a little less and go to a 3-star hotel or a 1-star hotel, or maybe a hotel with no stars at all. But for speech, if it's anything less than 5 stars, it's not worth the bother, because it'll only create problems for you in the future. So based on the components of speech which I showed you just now, we end up with 5 different components of artful speech. And what I'll do is talk about speech which people commonly use, but which sometimes doesn't add up to all 5 of these stars. The first is that what we say should have a compassionate intention behind it. So the fact that we want to say something to somebody at all should be on the basis of our compassion for that person. Often, if we were to have any guidance on the things we said at all in the Western world, you find that people will try to say things which the other person wants to hear. But we see that here the intention is different. It may not be something which the person wants to hear, but it may be something which, out of our compassion for that person, we see as being something which they need to know. So it's not just to make someone feel good, but it should be for their greater good. the sort of speech which is diametrically opposed to speech on the basis of compassionate intention is when you say things out of anger. Especially if you are beside yourself with anger and anything which comes in your mind which you are likely to say to anyone when you're that angry is likely not to be worth hearing, because it's not something which you have really given your full consideration. Normally it's the anger speaking, it's not you speaking anymore. And this is why if you do find that you are seriously angry, it's better to keep your mouth shut. It's better not to write any notes, hate letters to anybody, not even email. So it should be on the basis of compassion, the things that we say. Second thing which we get from the fourth precept is that what we say should be true. It may sound simple enough to say things which are just things which are true, but there are categories of speech, such as telling white lies, for example, which are often considered appropriate. For example, if someone is seriously ill in hospital and we tell them, oh, you'll be getting better soon, don't worry about it. Actually, we'd be better off and more skillful in our speech if we could find a way to tell the truth to that person so that they would have the time to prepare themselves in the appropriate way, especially if their death is certain. If a child falls over in the street and cuts themselves and you have to console them, you'd be better to console them with things which are truth, not to say, oh, you're a brave little boy and you're the best little boy in the world. Flatter them so that they forget about the pain. In fact, from anyone else's mouth that may be okay, but if we are trying to practice to become someone whose speech is something which people want to stop and listen to because we talk only about things which are serious matters, then we should try to find something more artful or skillful to say in such a situation. There's plenty of choices of different things which one can say, so why tell white lies? The third factor is that what we say should be polite at all times. As I said, you can say the same thing in many different ways. You can tell someone to try not to be so lazy, or you can tell them to get off their backside. The effect may be the same, but the feeling is different for the person who hears it. If you notice the way our abbot teaches, sometimes he says very simple things. Sometimes he talks about very mundane subjects, but because he dresses up those subjects by playing with language, even the most boring of chores can become interesting to the person who listens to it. And this is what is a component of artful speech. To know how to use your speech to bring back the appetite to someone who's ill, or to give encouragement to a person who's tired and can't walk any further. It comes down to the way you use words. So if you can study language and use language in a way which is skillful and where people are attracted to hear what you want to say, then that is something which is to your credit. It's a blessing. The fourth factor is that what you say ought to be of benefit. You might think that telling the truth and creating benefit might be the same thing. But in fact, there are many things which are truthful but which people already know. And the idea of this factor is that beneficial speech is speech where you are giving people new information which they don't already know, where you are saving up new things to tell people. Supposing there's a gangster in a certain town and everyone knows that that person is a gangster in the town, but no one can do anything about it. To complain, oh, that person is a gangster, when everyone knows it already, it's superfluous. Because everyone knows it anyway, so why add to their discomfort about this fact? If you had something new in the way of information about that person, it would be useful to say something. It would be beneficial to say something. But if you are merely saying it for saying it, then it shows that you don't have an appreciation of that person's level of knowledge either. One of the factors of the good friend, which you might remember back to from the second blessing, was that your a wise one or a good friend will save up new things to tell you. So they know what you already know, and if there's something useful which you don't know, then they will save up that sort of thing to tell you, rather than going on and on, being a bore, telling you the same stories again and again when they know you already heard it. Some people, they don't even care if you heard it already or not. They have the same stories which they keep on telling again and again, even though it may be true, but it's lost its benefit. And some things it may not be beneficial to know, even though it may be true. For example, especially things which will discourage people, sometimes it's better they don't know it. And this is not including whether someone is going to die or not. But things like, if you're not sure whether something is going to be successful, then the more you say it, the more likely it is that that thing is going to fail. So sometimes to give people doubts may not be a very beneficial thing to do. It's better just to give it the benefit of the doubt in some cases.
As generosity is one of the first perfection, we will learn how lay people convert their generosity to morning rice.
Only Lord Buddha, or the one on his behalf, deserves the very first spoon of the morning rice. It is when he can see the lines on his palm with the first daylight that a Buddhist monk who gets up earlier before the sun rises will begin his alms round. Preparation of alms food is also usually done before the sun rises, but some of these dishes and desserts can be prepared the evening before. But firstly and most importantly, all dishes must be fresh and allocated in a special container set aside for alms. Early that morning, foods that were cooked in the evening will be brought out to be warmed in the old Asian fashion. Going on the alms round. Sometimes a monk goes on his alms round alone, sometimes with company. Elderly monks need the company of a young man, one who is stronger and is able to help the monks on their rounds. Sometimes this is a young, clever boy who enjoys inquiry and never lets anything escape his sight.
You will enjoy the fruit of meditation only if you are a regular practitioner. Prasamsak Piyasiro will teach us how to prepare our minds before starting meditation. Let's join him.
สวัสดี Hello everyone. I believe everyone will enjoy the fruits of meditation because we make it by ourselves. And if you practice it often, regularly, you will enjoy inner peace somehow. Last time, again, just to make a brief review, we talk about before and after meditation. Before, we should instill the mind, calm down the mind. And after, we should not move our body and mind too abruptly right away from the end of meditation. In today's society, we have stress somehow. But before meditation, it is very hard to switch from the busy world. The mind is always busy. Right away to the stillness of the mind. So we need a little bridge to bridge the two worlds together. A simple technique which is available to all. Everyone will have soft music or instrumental one actually. Instrumental music is very nice because it contains no wordings. It is really soft and can soften your stress. So we prepare just before meditation. I would recommend again, this is another technique, that we listen to a soft instrumental music for a while and relax together with a kind of soft drink or just plain lukewarm glass of water. This is good enough. Let's try. Turn on soft music and then we let the mind flow with it. We just simply close the eyes. Let the beauty of clean music clean the whole you. Relax the whole body as before. Let the beauty of the music enter your mind. Allow the mind to be flowing, to be soft, and always gentle when we touch it. We can imagine we are in the middle of the forest, surrounded by all greens, small plants and big trees. Every breath that we take is made of fresh air, pollution-free. Every breath that we take goes really deep inside the body until we reach our familiar point. Remember, our favorite turning point. The turning point just for beginners. The turning point is the point where the in-breath has turned the out-breath. It is the far end of our deep breath. This is the station of peace, because every time the mind rests here, we gain inner peace. Peace could be collected over the station of peace. Let the beauty of the nature, let the embrace of the Mother Nature soothe the whole body and mind, the whole you. Stay peacefully, joyously within the embrace of the Mother Nature. Get soaked up, get wrapped up by the serenity of the nature. Until every single molecule of life is so fresh, so soft, so peaceful to focus at the center point, in the middle of the stomach. The mind stays so still, right there. The mind stays so still over there. Enjoy a bright sphere form of the crystal ball that emerges at the center of the body. This is the original form, the formation of the mind. The mind has the form of a sphere. Therefore, a crystal ball appears at the center point. We recall the original form, sphere form of the mind. Always we shall not apply any force. Sometimes we try to make the shape so sharp. It is not necessary at all. As long as the mind rests peacefully, we may experience the crystal ball. Sometimes it keeps going, as well as keeps coming. Enjoy the appearance of the crystal ball. And sometimes when it is gone, enjoy the peacefulness when the mind dwells in the center. We always enjoy peace, inner peace, at the station of peace. Always relax, relax all the time. As every second, every minute passes by, we always relax. Enjoy the existence of the crystal ball at the center point. Enjoy being in the embrace of the nature. Enjoy your still mind that creates inner peace. It has become so certain, ladies and gentlemen, that peace could be created only from inside. That is why we'll call this inner peace. We can use our inner peace to create world peace by means of sharing. Peace can be shared very easily, starting from our station of peace. We just let the sphere form of the crystal ball grow bigger. Let the crystal ball grow bigger until it could cover our entire body. It will become even easier if we let the sphere expand limitlessly. So now we focus at the center, but the boundary of the sphere is limitless. It is beyond our vision to see the boundary of peace that we expand to share to the world. Let peace prevail inside our mind for a while before we finish this meditation session. And when the time is up, we slowly, delicately open up the eyes. Hope you enjoy your inner peace together with us. Practice often. You go to the station of peace often. It will be easier each time you go there. And once you get inner peace to yourself, don't forget to share inner peace to everyone around you. Until we meet next time, and hope you enjoy meditation even more and more when we meet next time. Have a good time. See you later.
When I was recently at the Dhammakaya temple, Paramthani, Thailand, I was asked this question by Long Paul. May I ask you this one thing? Do you really want world peace? Only if you will believe it will come true. We have spoken a million words, but after all the words we've heard, still no change will come until this we do. Gently close your eyes and see the sun inside the center of your body, shining clear and bright. If this dream is your desire, let meditation bring you higher. If you really want world peace, it will come true for me and you. Regardless of your race, what country you're from, what religion or your age, this peace is available for you. All you have to do is to look inside. Gently close your eyes and see the sun inside the center of your body, shining clear and bright. If this dream is your desire, let meditation bring you higher. If you really want world peace, it will come true for me and you. Kunทำได้
When people's stress level begin to increase, they need to find ways in which to overcome the symptom of their stress. Kalyana Mitra is a person who introduces you in doing good deeds. With good Kalyana Mitra, you will not be wasting any time in your life. Now we will hear from Mr. Steven Starr and his new meditation experience.
สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to สวนป่าหิมวัน The Middle Way Meditation Retreat Program. My name is Jantipa Livingston. I'll be with you during the interview sessions today. The objective of today's sessions is to introduce our audience the Middle Way Meditation Program. Some of the people who have participating at the meditation center in Leh province. We have the opportunity during our program to interview some of the people who have had spending some time at the meditation center in northeastern Thailand. Today we have Mr. Steven Starr from USA. He would like to share with you his experience during the meditation retreat. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
Could you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your background?
Name is Steve. I'm from the USA. I live in New York State, but up on the Canadian border near Niagara Falls. Cold climate, so it's always nice to come to Thailand during this time of year. I've been coming to Thailand for many years, visiting Southeast Asia. Back home, I'm in retail commission sales, so I'm in a very high stress environment. It's a retail floor furniture, of which we bring some from Thailand, but it's very, very stressful. Long days, 8, 9, 10, 11-hour days, non-stop, no break. Sometimes I don't eat. I barely have time to drink water. So it's very competitive, very stressful. It's all about numbers.
Just all days, it's just about work and work and work.
Yeah, I can get there, I can start work 11:30 in the morning and be there till 9, 10 o'clock at night. Moving consistently, no break, I don't sit down. So I've been doing that for 14 years now, and it's tiring, it's mental, it's emotional, and it's very physical. At the end of the day, I'm very, very tired. So it's how I spend my day.
Okay, and this is the reason why, because of the climate and the stress that you have back there, that's the reason that you come over to the meditation retreat?
Well, the meditation retreat, I was introduced to Dhammakai a couple of years ago through my Thai girlfriend. That we've been together for 2 years now. In fact, our second date was Magha Puja 2006.
That's a nice date.
Was not what I was anticipating. Okay, she just suggested we go to Bangkok for Buddha Day, and I thought we were going to go to a temple, and I'd have a little piece of string tied around my wrist and have some water put on me. Little did I know it was a complete day, and what I saw and experienced the lantern ceremony at night. So it was a phenomenal event. Very caught me off guard. So that was our second date, and I returned last year for Magha Puja. So I saw it again in 2007, and we'll be there this year. So I've been exposed to Dhammakai for a couple of years now, and she's been pushing me, to say politely, to come do Middle Way. And I got to the point where, in order to understand her more, because I know she loves to meditate, she really gets a lot out of it, and to understand her more, it would be good to come and do that. And I know it would also help me with my life back home and maybe help with the stress. So I knew it was a win-win for both sides. So that's why I came to do the Middle Way Retreat.
She's an amazing woman.
Yeah,
that's
she
why I
is.
introduced you to all the good things that you can apply to your life.
Yeah, I can see that it helps her stay very calm and relaxed, and I can
make
use
you
it.
relax too, and she relax.
Yeah. So I could see where it would come in and be very handy for me, and help me back home. Where if I can take some of the techniques that we've learned here and help me relax, it could probably help me do better at work, because sometimes the stress level, the emotional level, emotions of all types, from being very happy to just anger. There's a lot of stuff that goes on that can really throw me off throughout the day, and it may not be as effective as it could be, so it holds me back from making some money. So.
And she's the one who introduced you to the Middle Way Retreat, this one.
Yes.
And have you been practice meditation before you came over here?
Not really. the biggest thing I would come to meditation would be going up to Niagara Falls, because I grew up 20 minutes from Niagara Falls. I love going to Niagara Falls and standing next to it and just watching the water flow and just listening to the water at the precipice. So for me, that was sort of a form of meditation. If I wanted to go relax, I drive up to Niagara Falls and just
stay with the natural.
Cha-cha. You know, I just take it easy and I would stay at the natural. So, yeah.
Okay. And what is your interest to start practice meditation? Because your girlfriend introduced it, you want to understand her more. Is that the factor?
Biggest factor would be, to understand her more. That it's the East-West syndrome. You know, me being from the West, her being East, and just trying to really understand her ways, understand Thai ways, understand Buddhist ways more, so I can be a little bit more understanding and just incorporate some of the practices into my life as well.
Yeah,
So-
and you think that what you're doing now to open up for the new things, to learn new things, it make your life easier,
Yeah, I can see that.
right?
Yeah.
And so the relationship with her to be improving better and better.
We'll see. You know, that's going to be, the time will tell. It's too soon to tell right now, but I've been watching her all week because she's here as well, and she's had a smile on her face, and I know she's been very, very happy. So I like to see her happy. She likes to see me happy. So if this helps us take our relationship to another level and make it better, more to it.
And I see you're smiling too. I see your smile on your face, a big smile, so you're a happy one.
It's hard not to smile around here. It's a beautiful environment. It's very peaceful. It's very quiet. It's a very nice facility. So
And what did you learn at this program?
learned a lot, actually. Learned a lot about Buddhism that I didn't understand before. So there was a lot of philosophy that's brought into many of the classes. And then just really learning about meditation. I know about meditation, people talk about it, but I've never really studied it. So it's given me a time to study meditation and understand its purpose, which is really, now I understand, is to quiet the mind and slow it down. Because I unfortunately have a Western mind that runs at about 1,000,000 miles an hour. And sometimes I get ahead of myself, and I even have a hard time sleeping at night because I can't turn off my brain. It's constantly running. So if this can help me control it and slow it down and be able to turn it off somewhat, it would be great, because I do get very tired of my brain not turning off. And that's, some of it is from the day, because running all day at work does not allow my brain to slow down, because I'm what we in the West, maybe, I don't know what you call it here, but we call it multitasking. And I'm doing 4, 5, 6 things at one time. You know, talking to 2, 3 different customers, handling phone calls, helping train new associates. So there's a lot going on, and that's all within, at the same moment I'm trying to do it. So at the end of the day, my brain just doesn't, so I need some technique that I can turn it off. And if this can help me do that, it'll be nice.
But you've been practicing the meditation for how many days so far?
This would be our 5th or 6th day.
And
6th day.
what do you think? Can that meditation help you to turn off all those thoughts in your mind?
I'm learning how to not chase them. When the thought comes in, just relax and let it go away. And so that's helping, because it tends to be what I do is the thought comes into my head and I chase it and I can't get rid of it. And I keep following, it's just one after another. It's what they call here the monkey brain. And it's just, you know, jumping from tree, and that's my brain. So this is, I've been learning I have been slowing it down a little bit, and it's helping.
It's helping.
Yeah, I'm noticing a little bit of a difference already.
Okay. And but have you read the meditation? Have you know about meditation before you came here? You just know a bit about from your girlfriend?
The meditation technique here?
Yeah.
I know about the meditation technique. She'd sent me some information, but
You don't have time to practice. It's a busy day all the time.
it's so different. It's very different. I don't understand, watching the spheres. It's very, very different, just trying to understand it. This has at least explained it to me and put it in terms that I can understand now. So now I think I can implement it a little bit more. This is different. You got to keep in mind, I got a Western brain that's been programmed for many, many years a certain way. So it's trying to reprogram my brain differently. and it's going to take a little bit of time. But I've noticed a little bit of, I notice a few things even in a few days.
And
Yeah.
what is your feeling so far? How do you feel?
Feel good. You know, after a meditation session, I'm usually a little bit more relaxed and calm. So I can definitely see where it's going to work. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different. You know, I'm not used to settling that brain down. You know.
Yeah, you know the techniques how to settle your thought, to just get rid of your thought at least for a few minutes.
Right. Intellectually, I know. I understand intellectually all the processes. It's now trying to change my thinking. You know, you've been doing something a certain way for many, many years, and trust me, I've been doing it for many, many years. You know, I'm becoming an old man soon. Okay, so it's a little different to try and just change it, but it's helping. I'm noticing it. Yeah, after we sit and meditate, I can feel I'm a little calmer.
Okay, because from listen to you, maybe you want to share the techniques that you use during your meditation.
The one that's helping me the most is the mantra, Sama Arahan. That's the one that seems to be helping the most for me, is it keeps me a little bit more focused and my brain from running. I try and just get myself to relax. You know, I'll use my own mantra of just, the word relax, and just relax, and then use the Buddhist mantra. And that seems to help slow things down a little bit. And then listening to the monks talk us through it definitely helps. You know, getting us to relax each muscle, and that helps as well. So it's
That's a technique you use.
That's what I'm using. The mantra seems to be helping the most, because it keeps me from my brain running a lot. So it's helping.
And you have any problem like others have been like aching in your legs and pain, anything?
I've tried sitting in a chair, and I've tried sitting on the little padded seats at the back. Those I do like that the best, because the chairs are not padded and the little ones are.
But I don't straight up your back. Is that
to the most point, yeah, I can. Yeah, I keep readjusting. But sitting there, I can sit cross-legged. That I can do. As a Westerner, I'm okay. I've sat that way a lot my whole life. So sitting cross-legged I'm pretty comfortable with that. Though after an hour, my legs do start getting a little stiff. So I do have to switch them back and forth a little bit. But over the course of the hour, I'm fine.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. And maybe you want to share if you have any inner experience during your meditation.
I don't know if I've really. I'm not getting the ball yet. Nowhere near that. I'm not to that. It's hard. I'm having the difficulty of trying to bring it down into here right now. I'm still stuck up in here, because that's where everything is for me. But what I've noticed is sometimes all of a sudden something will pop into my head, an answer will pop into my brain out of nowhere to a question that I've had either earlier in the day or even over the last week or two. So all of a sudden the answer pops into my head of something I've been thinking about. So that's nice. So that was unexpected. So all of a sudden I have an answer to something I've been thinking about. So I like it. I was thinking about a title of a book I couldn't think of, and all of a sudden the title of the book popped into my brain. I was like, oh, good, there it is. So it's taking some of the clutter away to allow the answers to come that I need.
And does that make you just, how it make you said you? How it make you, because you said have sometimes have questions in your mind, and just after meditating for a while, right? You have the answer the answer comes through your meditation.
Right. Yeah.
But how that make you feel?
Good, because all of a sudden I have the answer that I needed. Instead of I'm just constantly you walk around and you go, oh, what was that? I'm trying to think of that. I can't think of the name of that title. And all of a sudden you're meditating, and all of a sudden, boom, there it is. It's like, oh, thank you. It's what I needed. So it's
you have to keep practicing meditation more and more. You have all the answer that you've been searching for.
Yeah. I'm sure I'm going to have somebody pushing me in the back to make sure I meditate every day as well. So I'm sure the meditating every day is not going to be a big issue. So I'm sure I'm going to have somebody pushing me. Let's sit down and meditate. Okay, let's sit down and meditate. So.
Yeah. And what are the most impressive features do you have experienced from this retreat?
Just the people I've met here, just seeing a different side of Thailand, the monks, really getting to understand the monks and their role in Buddhism. I think that's been one of the most educational parts of the retreat, is I've never really understood the role of monks in Thai society as well as in Buddhism, so I've really learned a lot with that. And just being exposed to meditation, just to give me the ability to give me a new tool to help me manage life. And any tool that can help you manage your life better, a person's life better, help me manage my life better, has got to improve my life. So meditation it gives me a tool to allow me to manage my life and make it better. So
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And how has this retreat inspired you?
Just to try and continue to make my life better. I've been on a path, a journey for over 20 years to raise my consciousness, to try and continue to make myself a better person, and this just is another step in that journey. So, you know, it's helped me just try and keep raising my consciousness, and that's what I like.
Yeah, because to listen to you, because you have it's very almost a first experience for in meditation for you, right?
Yeah,
and you see
yeah.
the good result that you have,
Right.
To come enjoy meditation class and to learn more, to understand more, right? What do you think is this good program that you like to introduce to others?
Oh yeah, I got somebody back home I'm going to tell her about. I got a friend that would definitely, she's into yoga. I know she would enjoy this. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. There's a lot to gain from it. There's a lot that people can take and bring into their lives. Whether you take it all the way or just part way, it can't hurt. It can't hurt anybody. You know, it just depends upon the person. If the person's open to new experiences and to moving their life in a positive direction, it's got to help them, you know, and I'm sure they would be, and it's a great deal. I mean, it's very reasonable to come and do something like this.
You think because this location is so nice, peaceful, so greenery, is that a location like this environment that is the part of your, let's say, success in meditation?
It helps. I don't know if it's part of the success. I don't know if it's definitely, I wouldn't say it's a key part, but it's a very relaxing atmosphere. It's beautiful. This past week, it's been interesting because we've had a lot of rain. The clouds have been in, but it's been a very beautiful, serene, quiet, nice area. We get to listen to the roosters in the morning and the dogs at night. So it's a nice, healthy environment. The air is fresh. The food is phenomenal. You can't complain about the food. So it's a very relaxing. If you want to get away and take some time to cha-cha, this is the place.
This is the place,
Yeah.
right? This is a good place for the beginner too. At least you can learn to relax, and when you go back home, at least they know what to do, right?
Right.
They know how to searching for their mind.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Would you like, if you have a chance for that, to come back here again then?
Oh yeah. I can see doing it again at some point in time. You know, it's nice to get an introduction to it, go out and practice it for a while, and then come back and review, and then put everything back in perspective, and then continue to work it. So nothing wrong with review.
Yeah, I agree. And maybe next time you come back, maybe you want to bring more friends to join.
If I can bring some or drag them, either or, one way or the other, they'll end up coming. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to say to the DMC audience all around the world to share your experience with them?
I guess part of it would be how I see it is life is a journey, not a guided tour. So it's just about getting out there and experiencing life, living life, seeing other cultures, experiencing other cultures, and if I think everybody got out and traveled a little bit more and experienced other cultures and understood people, we'd be a lot closer to world peace. We'd have a lot more tolerant societies. We wouldn't have some of the issues we have going on in the world today. So, you know, so life is a journey, not a guided tour. So, yeah.
Well, thank you very much for sharing your experience with us. To listen to you is very, very useful. I have to say, a wonderful information. I have to say myself, it's a knowledge to learn from you too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hope to see you next retreat.
Okay. And if you come to the United States, make sure you come and visit Niagara Falls. It's well worth the visit. Okay, it's beautiful.
That
Okay.
is an invitation.
Yes, come, please.
Thank you very much.
Niagara Falls is gorgeous. It's just a beautiful place to come and visit. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the
Cup and cup.
invitation.
You're welcome.
To accept a new approach into your life, it doesn't mean that the decision you make is the wrong one. After careful consideration, you might find that you are one of the fortunate people. Thank you very much for joining us. Goodbye for now. See you next time. สวัสดีค่ะ
This is all for our program today. I hope you have enjoyed it. Your comments and questions are most welcome and can be sent to our email address at meditationforall@gmail.com. Have to say goodbye for now. Remember, if you are looking for some answer in your life, don't need to look far. Just simply close your eye and be centered at the center of your body. Wishing you have the wonderful meditation. สวัสดีค่ะ